Find parameters for the SQL query. So let's say, so we have written the query that is to select user ID, username, select user ID, username, creation date, no, or underscore users. Select user ID, username, creation date from per underscore users. Where, so normally what we are doing, where username equal to, I will give like this. I will give like this. What will happen here? Browse catalog. Create data model. So this navigation clear or not? This data model navigation. Or do you want to show once again? Hello.
It's clear.
So thank you. Here I will mention HCM. Click on OK. So the data coming, right? So whatever the data we have given here, dev 30 related data came right here. You look at this one. But in the real time, this is called hard code. This is called hard code, means you are entering the data in the query. So you are entering the data in the query. So based on this data, it is every time the user record will come dev 30 only. See, if I do like this, if I write the query like this, so every time the data will come dev 30 only. Once again, I will tell this. So if I write the query like this, every time data will come dev 30 only, dev 30 only. But now client is telling that, so we need to have a provision. We need to have provision to pass the value whatever we want. Then based on that, data will come. Consider the example. Consider the example. Now it is coming all the data, right? All the user data is coming. All the user data it is coming. But client is asking, give the provision to pass the value. Based on that, the data will come. For example, I will pass the username as dev30. Dev30 will come. I will pass username as null. Then all the data will come. If I pass any value, based on that, the data will come. If I pass the null, I want to display all the data. So how we are going to do that one? So for that, so there is a concept called bind parameter. So now what we will do, you copy this query, complete query, put like this. Username colon p username. Select user ID, username, creation date from per underscore users, where username equal to p username. P username is the parameter. P username is the parameter. So this name can be any name. This name can be any name. This name can be any name. So what will happen now? You run this query. What will happen? It will create with this name. It will create one parameter here. It will create one parameter here. Understand or not? So when you run this query, so this parameter, this p username will be create one parameter here. So now based on the parameter value entered in the report in the data model, the related data will come here. So that is called bind parameter. I think Nawaz has covered it. He said that he has covered. He said last class he said he covered. Correct or not? In SQL.
No, sir, he didn't cover.
Okay. So this is called bind parameter, guys. So now if you see the same thing, I will show you in the SQL also. Go to the database. Go to the SQL. Select the start from. So now select start. This is all the data coming, right? For example, you want to write bind parameter where first underscore name equal to colon p first name. See now it is asking, right? No. So when I enter the colon first name, it is asking or not. So you mention the data here. You mention the data here. So this is called data. So now you remember, guys, I have mentioned like this, right? What is the difference between this and you enter the value at runtime? That means whatever the value you entered for this query, the related data will come here. So whatever you enter, whatever you pass the value for this query, the related data will come. So for example, I pass the bind parameter and it is coming like this. So whatever the first name Steven, so the related data came. So you see this one. You see this one. So what is the difference between this and above query? So what is the difference? See, I am running this query. And what is the difference between this query? Tell me. Anyone can tell? So when I pass the bind parameter, it is asking the data, which data you want to display, which first name related data you want to display, which first name related data you want to display. So that is called this one. And if you want to run the query with a hard coded value, this is called hard code. You are passing the data directly in the query. But here whichever the value you want to that value related data you want to display, then we will do like this. So this, which one is better approach, like this one or this one? Tell me.
P dot first name is the better option because it is will enter the data dynamically
Correct.
as per the user info guidance.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, you are understanding. Correct. Hmm? Hmm. Understand, right? Main parameter. Confusion is there. So now what we will do, we will run this one. Colon p username. I am passing the bind parameter. Click on OK. So whatever the parameter we passed in the query, that parameter name will be appear here. Whatever you pass the bind parameter in the query, that bind parameter name will be appear in the parameter list. In the username, click on it. So whatever the parameter name we have passed in the query, the parameter name will be appear here. Now you see the difference of old one and this one. If you see the data, it will ask the parameter name. If you look at this one, see the asking parameter, right? So if I click the view, data will not come. Why? Because we are passing the null. So client will say, if I enter the value, the data should be display record related to this here. If pass the null, no data will come. That is working, right? Sometime client will ask, if I pass the null, all the data should come. So there are three scenarios, guys. One is, if I pass the parameter value, based on that data will come. If I pass the null, no data come. That is working now. So you may ask, sir, TVK fusion you passed, right? But why data not coming like that, right? Why data not coming TVK.fusion if I passed here?
There is no user with that username.
There is no user, there is no user, whatever the value I passed it, this data not there in the front end. So I already told you, right? Every report behind that front end will be there. So whatever the data you are passing in the query, this data should be existing in the database. Then only your data will come. Otherwise, data will not come. Understand or not? Sometime client will ask, if you pass the null, I want to get all the data. I want to get all the data. So there is a concept called, so now this is working, right? See, if I pass the parameter based on that data coming here. For example, you pass the parameter dev dot, click on data coming. If I pass the null, the related data should come. That means if I pass, if I pass the null, if I pass the null, all the data will come. For that, we need to pass the where condition. We need to the NVL. So what this will do, guys, anyone can tell. NVL means if it is null, null will be replaced with the column data. So this is the column data. For example, if this parameter is null, if user pass a parameter null, so it will pick up the data from the username and it will print all the data, whatever the select statement execute, whatever the select statement have records, all the records will come. If it is null, this will be replaced. If it is the value related data will come. Simple guys. NVL what it will do? If you pass the value here, the related data will come. If you pass the null will be replaced to here. This one. That is the way NVL will work. Now run this one.
Username equal.
Understand, right? So now if I pass the null, what is the expectation? So this null will be replaced this one. Okay. All the data coming. And this. Understand bind parameter and NVL guys, or any confusion you can feel free to ask me. If you want, I can explain once again also. Here you may ask question, sir, we can do only one parameter or multiple parameters. You can do one more also, and user underscore ID equal to user underscore ID equal to colon user ID. So we are giving the provision for in the report, we are giving the provision for two parameters. One is username and another one is user ID. So one thing you have to understand, this name can be any name. Username and this parameter username like that. Understand or not? So now in this case, what will happen is, so this P user ID also will come here. P user ID also it will come here. Confusion or clear? Main parameter. This is not main equal for and pass one bind parameter or multiple bind parameter. So when the client send the requirements to you, so they will mention the parameter names also. When the client send the requirements to you, they will give the parameter names also in the report. So if you look at this one, I will show you one real-time requirement. So if this is the one of the real-time requirement, so they will give the column names along with, if you see, along with, see the parameter names also they are mentioning, right? Report parameters. So if they give the parameters, these parameter names also you have to include in the query. Column names they will give and parameter names also they will give. And whatever the parameter names they will give, if they are not given any parameter names in the requirement document, so we have to specifically ask functional consultant. So is there any parameters, user will pass any parameters to the report, or it's a complete data they want to display. So like that question you can raise in the with the functional consultant. Hmm? So, understand any convenience?
No.
No confusion, Vamsi.
Yeah. Thank you for response, guys. Thank you for response. Okay. So this parameter, guys, if you look at this one, this parameter, now we have passed NVL, right? This p username parameter is that. Client say that no, p username is not a relevant name. Give the correct name. So parameter name is p username only, but user when user see in the report, that name should be changed. For that, you change the display name to username. So this username will be appear in the report when user run the report. This name will not be appear. This name will be appear. Understand or not? Here the changes. Go to the data set. Now you will see the change in name. And this.
Also, Vamsi, for parameter name, we only need to give a column name only. Under that, we need to give the data name, value name.
Data name means
Within the username, like for parameter name, we need to give a column name, right? For any column name, like username or
definitely it will be like that only, because without column name we will not get the data, right? So from this column only we will get the data, right? So obviously the column name definitely the parameter name.
like that will be the syntax I'm asking.
Yeah,
Like
correct.
that. Okay.
So this is the column name, and this name can be any name. This name can be any
Yes.
name. So when you do like this is only for testing purpose, whether data coming or not. For testing purpose, we do normally in the real time hard code. But 90 to 100% of the cases, we will not hard code parameter names in the real time.
Okay.
Sometime there is one report will be there. That report they want to display only business unit, US business unit data only I want to display. Other business unit report I don't want to display. That time, that is client requirement, right? Then that time you can hard code BU name equal to US business unit, like that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, guys, here one more problem in there here. So what is the one more problem? For example, here I know 2 or 3 usernames, right? For example, I know dev.30. I can enter here. It will come the data here. But I don't know all the usernames. This is called free text. This is called free text, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, but for example, if you look at this one, I'll show you. If I enter here any value, if I enter, is coming, right? This is what list of values now.
Yes.
So this way user can easily select the value, right?
Yes.
So this kind of feature I want to implement. This kind of feature I want to implement for. So this is also in Redbus. This is also parameters from to date. Based on that only the data will come, right? Based on these values only data will come or not?
Yes, Vamsi.
Same way in my report also, I would like to create the list of values for this parameter. Create the list of values for the parameter. Create the list of values for the parameters. To create the list of values for the parameter, what you will do here? Select the list of values. Select the list of values here. Select the list of values. Click on plus. Username. List of values. LOV means list of values. List of values. So in the list of values, we have three types are there. Very, very important interview question, guys. List of value, create the list of values. We have three types are there. SQL query, fixed data, and MDX query. So this MDX query, I don't know how it will work, but SQL query, fixed data, I will cover in our classes. So select the SQL query. So which module this data belongs to? Data source from which module? So for example, I want to get the data from the HCM module. HCM. And here the data of the username should be bring from this query. So this data model query, this is the report output. But this username you want to pass the data right. You want to pass the data right for this parameter. For that, you write like this. Select the distinct. You know right what I mean by distinct?
Yes, different values.
Distinct username from underscore users. Select distinct username from underscore users. Understand or not? So create the list of values. So what will happen? So when I write like this, so the usernames, whatever the data will come from the per users table, and it will not be duplicated. Different values, different data will come. Unique values will come. So save this one. After create the list of values here, this list of values we have to map to this parameter. After create the list of values, we have to map to this parameter. Once again, I will tell you guys, after create the list of values, we have to map this list of values to this parameter. How to map this list of values to parameter? Click on parameter. Click on parameter. Here parameter type should be menu. Parameter type should be menu. So list of values map to the username. So this and all one by one I will cover in the future, but currently just put the default whatever it is there. So we have created a list of values and we have mapped list of values to this parameter. Now what we now go to the save this one and the data set. You will see the list of values here. But this is the issue buggy there. You just close and open. Close. Immediately the list of values data will not come. So user info data model. You create when you do practice, you can create your own folder and do practice. So if someone has created same folder, that is the reason multiple data models are there. So go to the data. You will see the list of values. Understand or not?
Can we create it for user ID also same like this?
User ID means?
It is there now. We have created in query you mentioned.
Yeah,
No?
you can create one more list of values. Click on user ID LOV.
Yeah.
Mention like this. Select user underscore like that.
Distinct, no?
Yeah, whatever. You can write distinct.
Okay.
But user ID anyway distinct only, right? User
Okay.
ID will not be duplicate, right?
Right, right.
Like that. Then this user ID map to that parameter. So for example, in our query, we have only one parameter, right? That is the reason it is showing only one. But if you
Okay.
pass a one more colon user ID, that will come here. That we need to map here. That's it.
Okay.
So if you want to delete this one, delete. Yeah. Easy or difficult, guys? Tell me. Or feeling difficult? Medium? Complex?
Practice is the thing, Vamsi, I guess.
Okay.
Now it looks easy only.
Okay. What about other guys? Can you comment on that? Anything? Bin parameter?
It's easy only.
Easy only.
Okay. So just guys, I'm telling you, one time practice is required, guys. Then only you will remember. Not much complex, not much. I mean, some non-IT people little bit tricky to catch, but still for them also you just do practice so that will get it. So now, for example, if I pass the Mike Smith, will come. So whichever the value you are passing, the related data will come. Like this.
Vamshi, if we want to pass multiple values with comma separated, then text we have to take.
So what you will do in this case, there is an option called multiple selection.
Okay.
We will cover in the future this also. So when you do like this, what will happen? What will happen here? You will see
Checkbox will come.
checkbox will come. But query, you need to do little bit modifications. You need to pass the in condition here. We will see, guys, to avoid the because some pressure people are there. So we will go. I don't want to go complex now. We will go for simple first. First, we'll go for the simple only. Like that. Now we will create the report using these parameters. Save the changes, create report. So guide me option. I think we have created report right yesterday. Or do you want me to show once again how to create the report, or we can use existing one? No.
Use the systems.
Now we have modified the bind parameters, so it will not affect that.
We will see how to edit the. Okay. So user report, click on edit. Click on view report. View report. So parameter automatically added now. So,
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Parameter automatically will be added.
See, so if we do some modifications in the data model, automatically like those changes got reflected into this.
Column name
report.
will not come, parameter will come by default.
Okay.
Column name, you have an option called edit layout option in there. Go to edit layout.
For parameters, it will automatically adjust.
It will
to the
automatically come.
input.
It will automatically reflect. Even when you add the parameter, it will not ask. See here, for example, one more column will come. You just drag and drop here. This parameter automatically will come, guys. You no need to add separately. If you have any number of parameters you add, automatically it will come in the report. But column names, it will not come. You just drag and drop here. In the future, if you want to add an extra column, so that column you have to map here in the layout.
See, how do you increase this template size?
Template size,
Hmm.
you just some limitations are there, guys, but in RTF we can do whatever you want. But some limitations are there here. For example, if you want to add one more column, so it's automatically adjust.
Okay.
You add the column, it automatically adjust here. But some limitations are there here in this layout. That is guide me right. But if you go for report editor, you can have a number of features. If you go for report editor, you have a number of features are there. And if you look at this one, this user ID data coming some junk data, right? In the data model, the data coming different, and in the report, data coming different, right? Even creation data also some coming, some timestamp something, right? Huh? Did you observe? So,
Yes.
Yes, yes.
so the thing is, click on open. So here this user ID coming some junk data. This is wrong, right?
Yes.
How to modify that? Go to the report. Go to the report edit.
Edit.
So select this column data. Select this column data. Select the highlight here. Here data format is in data format. You can mention number. It will come like this. So because of unformatted, it is coming like this. You can mention number. It will come properly. Understand or not?
Yes, Vamshi.
And client say that I don't want to commas should be displayed for user ID. I don't want commas should be displayed in the user ID. So then what you will do? There is an option there is an option. Format mask is there, right? Format mask. You remove this. You remove the comma. And that will come. See? Hello? Did you observe or not? See?
Yes.
Yes, Vamshi.
So thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you for the response, Vinay and Rafat. So creation date is there na? Here creation date. Creation date is creation date. If you look at the creation date, I would like to make the creation date to creation date. Select the creation date here. Date format. Not coming here. Do not refresh down. Okay. Select this one. Okay, date format it is coming right. So I would like to print the date format like this. See? Change or not?
Yes.
Like that. I would like to print image. So drag and drop the image here. Logo I want to print. Let's say.
So Vamshi, when we are editing this layout here, like we are seeing the preview, right? Before running the report, actual report.
So save this one. Preview there or not here.
No, this is kind of preview only, right? So when
Yeah, this is kind of preview only. But this is our developer environment. This is developer environment. Click on done. If you want to see the report, there is option called
actual report will be through this.
through this only. Correct. You are right. View report. Like that. So you just explore, guys. I am showing only basic things for the guide me option. But you can do some explore and try different options there. Any questions guys at this moment? But for sure, guys, 95% of the cases, the report development we will not do in the guide me option. Whatever I have shown, right, guide me option, 95% of the cases we will not do guide me option. The report development we will do using report editor option. Report editor option, we have multiple features are there. Just a simple report, there is no much complex data should be displayed. There is no much validations. Then we'll go for the guide me option. You can download the report also. How to download the report? Export. So there are multiple outlets are there. So normally we have to call these are interactive reports also. Interview question they will ask. Interactive reports, how to develop? How to develop the interactive reports, guys? Using guide me option. Using guide me option, we can develop the interactive reports. If you can't remember, or anything. So what we have discussed today, guys, we have discussed about the bind parameter how to pass, and we have discussed about the bind parameter how to pass, and we have discussed about the NVL how to use, what is meant by hard code, and we have discussed about the list of values how to create in the report, and we have changed in the guide me option. We have changed some formats, date format, number format, how to add the logo, and how to download the report. These and all we have discussed today, class. feel free to ask me any further question. So guys, so this is basic things, guys, I'm telling you. But coming days, some complex activities will become for the BIP reports. So you just have to spend time and practice more on that.
వంశీ డైలీ ప్రాక్టీస్ లాగా ఏదైనా ఇస్తే కొద్దిగా ఈజీగా.
Yeah, you can take any of the example. We are going to cover around 15 reports. After completion of the course, we will give. Okay, but see, if I give now, people will get confused, right? So at least whatever I am covering, let them practice whatever we do. Thank you. Okay.